Hello students, in this video we will see how to draw the graph of function y is equal to mod fx from the given graph of the function y is equal to fx. हमारे पास y is equal to fx का ग्राफ है, तो उस ग्राफ से हम y is equal to mod fx का ग्राफ कैसे ड्रॉ करेंगे? For that, consider some function y is equal to fx and suppose this is the graph of the function. Okay, now from this graph we want to draw the graph of function y is equal to gx is equal to modulus of fx. अब यहां पे mod fx फंक्शन है, तो याद करो mod x का डेफिनेशन. हमने ये फंक्शन स्टडी किया था 11th स्टैंडर्ड में इन चैप्टर फंक्शंस एंड रिलेशंस. व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ mod x? Mod x is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0 and it is minus x when x is less than 0. This is one of the most elementary algebraic functions. This is a must function for calculus. It is a prerequisite for calculus. Now for modulus of fx, in this definition you replace x by fx. हर जगह पे जहां पे x है इस डेफिनेशन के अंदर, वहां पे हम fx पुट करते हैं. So we get modulus of fx is equal to fx when fx is greater than or equal to 0 and minus fx when fx is less than 0. Now from this definition of mod fx, we can see that function y is equal to fx and y is equal to mod fx are same when fx is greater than or equal to 0. ग्राफिकली इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि y is equal to fx and y is equal to mod fx का ग्राफ सेम होगा जब fx का वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू 0 होगा. Now look at the figure. These parts of the graph are lying above x-axis where fx is greater than 0. I am also including the points where fx is equal to 0. These points are lying on the x-axis. So I am considering fx is greater than or equal to 0. For this, modulus of fx is same as fx. So these parts constitute the graph of function y is equal to mod fx when fx is greater than or equal to 0. Now consider these parts which are lying below x-axis. Here fx is less than 0, for which modulus of fx is minus fx. That means to draw the graph of y is equal to mod fx, for these regions we consider function y is equal to minus fx. And how you can draw the graph of function y is equal to minus fx? You just flip these parts over x-axis. So this is the graph of function y is equal to mod fx. These parts which we flipped over x-axis represent function y is equal to minus fx. We know that modulus of fx is greater than or equal to 0 for any value of x in the domain. That means the graph of this function always lies above x-axis. And here we can see that the graph is lying above x-axis. So what is the mechanism? The mechanism is simple. To draw the graph of y is equal to mod fx, keep the parts of y is equal to fx which are lying above x-axis as it is, and flip the parts of the graph which are lying below x-axis over x-axis. जो parts x-axis के नीचे हैं ग्राफ के, उन parts को हम x-axis के ऊपर लेके जाएंगे. Now consider this example. Draw the graph of function y is equal to mod of mod x minus 1 minus 2 and find the values of c for which this equation has 4 distinct real roots. Now look at the function. Tell me from which elementary function we should start. कहाँ से शुरू करेंगे हम? कौन सा elementary function हमारा starting point होगा? We start with function y is equal to mod x. So here is the graph of function y is equal to mod x. From this graph we will get the graph of function mod x minus 1. And we can get this by shifting this graph 1 unit horizontally to the right. So this represent function y is equal to mod x minus 1. Now from this graph we will get the graph of function mod x minus 1 minus 2. How can we get this? Shift this graph 2 units downward. So we get this graph which represent function y is equal to mod x minus 1 minus 2. Okay, now we have to get the graph of modulus of this function. And it's simple. You look at this part of the graph which is lying below x-axis, flip this part of the graph over x-axis. So here is the graph of function y is equal to mod of mod x minus 1 minus 2. We can see that the graph is in the shape of W. W shape के form में graph है ये. Okay. Next is we have to find the values of c for which this equation has 4 distinct real roots. By the way, इस equation के roots कहाँ पे होंगे? Where you can see roots of this equation? The roots of this equation lies at points of intersection of this graph and graph of function y is equal to c. Now the graph of y is equal to c is straight line which is parallel to x-axis. So draw one of the lines y is equal to c which is parallel to x-axis. If suppose this line is here, it is intersecting this graph y is equal to mod of mod x minus 1 minus 2 at 2 distinct points. That means for this location of straight line, the equation has only 2 distinct real roots. But we want value of c for which this equation has 4 distinct roots. That means we shift this line like this so that it cuts this graph at 4 distinct points. So now tell me what are the values of c? ये जो ग्राफ है वो 0 and 2 के बीच में लाई कर सकता है. ठीक है? That means the values of c are 0 to 2. That means c belongs to open interval 0 to 2.